We're here in Brighton for the first of the Lib Dem Voice broadcasts we're doing this week. Conference has just finished debating the Zero Carbon Britain paper that was up in a policy motion. There were three amendments to it. One was trying to take out the nuclear fuel mix, one was trying to take out biofuels, and the third was on some cabinet committee recommendations it was making. We've been popping around asking activists what they thought of the different amendments and how they went. They were all defeated, and also trying to find out what they thought of the Zero Carbon Britain that we've now adopted as policy overall. Were you pleased that the nuclear amendment was defeated this morning?
I was pleased, but I was also pleased that it was raised as an issue for discussion and debate, because I do think it's a finely balanced issue, but I was pleased with the overall party decision to reject it.
And you're glad that the conference kept biofuels in the mix?
I am. I don't think we should have closed off that option. I thought the arguments that were made about biogas fuels in particular were quite persuasive, so I was pleased that the motion went through unamended.
And overall, are you pleased with the policy?
Yes, I am very pleased, and I think we're leading the way on this. Liberal Democrats have got really strong policies, and we're putting them out there, and we just need to convince the other political parties and the public in general that our way is the right way.
Were you pleased that the nuclear amendment was defeated in the hall this morning?
Well, yeah, I think it's fairly well established that there's no real future for nuclear energy. I mean, until we've answered questions about the cost, and until we've answered questions about its safety and where to put the nuclear waste, I mean, you need somewhere that's geologically sound for 10,000 years, and that's virtually impossible. So, yeah, I'm glad it went the way it did.
And overall, is this a good policy?
Yeah, I think it sets us apart as a party that's serious about the environment. I know that when I was looking to get involved in politics, the environment was really important to me, and it was the Liberal Democrats who were the environmental fight for me, more so than the Green Deal.
And your verdict on the motion as a whole going through?
Well, of course, I was very pleased. In fact, that all three of the amendments were rejected. It's necessary for the people to put their points of view. Say that's and what Neil Stockley said in his summary was the fact that it was a good debate, and it was, because it shows, in fact, there are differences of opinion, but it still shows where the majority feeling of the conference is. Thank you very much.
Were you pleased with how the debate went and how the amendments went and how it came out overall?
Extremely pleased, because we've made a definite commitment now as a party to making Britain zero carbon by 2050. We've set up very clearly how we're going to achieve that goal, and we haven't compromised at all in terms of nuclear power or in terms of renewable transport fuels. So I was pleased about that, and I was just particularly pleased the nuclear power enthusiasts were rebuffed by conference. So it went very well. It's a very high quality debate. No one got into personalities. Some good contributions, some good questions for us to think about in future. Second generation policies on climate change, for example, carbon offsetting and personal carbon allowances. So we've got some good stuff to think about.
Is Zero Carbon Britain a good thing as adopted by the Lib Dems?
I think so. I think it really does show today, the debate has shown that we are leading the way on this particular issue. The Conservatives are making vague noises about this when they're pushed by the public and by the media and by our political representatives. They don't really have the answers here. And I think what Lib Dems have shown here this morning is they have a clear blueprint to go forward with these kind of policies, to really make a difference, and not just make the warm noises about climate change, but to show a meaningful action plan of how we can deliver this. And I think that shows we're at the forefront of this agenda.